Alright everybody, so before I start today's two videos, I want to say that thank you for everybody who has been liking and subscribing and everything. I'm going to try and get as many of these videos out as I can. So apparently Onision deleted one of his videos before I was able to get to it and respond. It's called The Dots or something like that, and I'll get to that later. Um, so we got two new ones to go through, and I'll show you what I do to get them on my channel, by the way. I'll show you exactly what I do, and we will go from there. So we go to his channel. Alright, so we're going to talk about More and Oh My. His titles are just ridiculous. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 more of them like this. 7 more in his white shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more in another shirt. 7, 8, 9. Back then, he's got another one wearing a white shirt again. Jesus Christ! All right, so we'll pick this one up. We're gonna get the link to this one, but
Hi there. Okay.
unfortunately, I don't want to give him a view, so only 0.1 seconds. I know that's too long, so we're gonna copy the link, and then we're gonna go here, YouTube video downloader, and paste the link and hit download. So that's the first one I'm going to check out, and then we'll go to do the same thing to the next video. We're going to get that one ready. I just wanted to show you guys how I get my videos from him to watch, and we'll go right back. That one's called More, and we need to go to Oh My. And he just made and more. It's like his titles are just getting ridiculous.
Okay, so
No. Copy. Link. Download. And we have them both downloaded. Okay, so that's the two videos that we're going to do today. So yeah, let's get started on the first one. It's called More, and we'll see what he says to this one. So, hopefully...
Hi there. Okay, so in the last videos we established the mental issues that I had to encounter with Shiloh. Then we moved on to talking about Billy, who doesn't seem to have a lot of mental issues.
It seems like you're afraid of people having mental issues when you won't let them take medication like we all know you won't.
My understanding is that she's just a person who gets really mad when somebody catches them not being truthful, and that's it. As far as I know, that, and she has maybe an addictive personality, but as far as, you know, BPD or anything like that, I don't think she has BPD. I don't think she has that. So I want you guys to understand there's this huge difference between Shiloh and Billy. Shiloh, I fear, at many times in my life, I've feared that she would murder me. Billy, I've never been afraid of Billy murdering me. I've never been afraid of Billy doing anything to harm me.
You're always the victim, aren't you? Always the perpetual victim.
I did fear that, you know, there was a certain rage towards Kai, but never myself. So that's just to, you know, kind of recap.
So if somebody is mad at you, they apparently have BPD or something like that. But if it's your spouse, then it's completely fine. That makes no sense.
But now we got to talk about Sarah. So Sarah was around for a while. Sarah met Kai, I think, when Sarah was like, it was online, and Kai originally talked to Sarah as
Sarah was a fan of yours, mostly Kai's, when she was around the age of 13 or 14. No, 12. I think is what she said was 12.
I understand, because Sarah pretended to be a mom or indicated that she might be a
What? No, she didn't.
mom, or otherwise gave the impression that she was a mom. And so Kai felt comfortable because Kai felt like, oh, this person can relate with me, yada yada.
She was like 12. How can she relate to your spouse, idiot?
Yada yada. I should actually shut up about Kai because Kai doesn't want me talking about him.
No. You should shut up, period.
I mean, he said he's going to leave me for making these videos, so...
I don't care.
Yeah, but... no, that's how Sarah came into her life, is that. And then Sarah said that her mom was abusing her. She said that her mom had hit her. She made a recording and sent it to Kai of her walking into her, around her mom and saying, "Mom, why'd you hit me?" And then the mom would be like, "I didn't hit you." And we just believed Sarah because, I mean, we had no reason not to. We just assumed that she was being honest. She, like me, has gone to, I think she went to jail, or juvie or something like that, for beating up her dad. So Sarah and I have both beat up our dads before. At least that's what Sarah said, that she actually...
Yeah, right. Shut the hell up.
beat up her father at one point. So, you know, whatever there. But her mom and her dad are divorced, and she said that her mom dealt drugs illegally. She said that her mom distributed pot before it was legal and then eventually got her license to distribute more pot, except legally that way. That's based on what I remember Sarah telling me about her mom. She may have been lying about all this. I don't know. Her mom might actually be this amazing person. I have no idea. But she used to say that strange men would come around her because of her mom, and she would very strongly indicate that it would be safer for her not to be around her mom because her mom was a criminal, as she made her mom appear to us. And her mom very clearly wanted nothing to do with Sarah because her mom was like very clearly irritated. Her mom offered to pay us to have Sarah pay for her food and so forth, pay us to pay for her food, but we didn't accept money because we were just like, we're just helping a friend out. No big deal. Her mom signed over a medical waiver, or a waiver that said, if somebody gets in a car accident, you can take care of them. If somebody needs someone to approve or whatever, legal issue, the other person didn't need to be there. That was just a signed piece of paper. But apparently it's not official because it wasn't notarized or something. I don't know.
Exactly. You can't be making up these papers and not get them notarized because it's not legal without them notarized. That's what makes it legal.
But so she visited for I think a baby shower initially, and then just visited as a friend because we got along with her. So when Sarah first got here, when she was 16, the first time I met her when she was 16, we all went to a movie together, the four of us, Billy, Kai, Sarah, myself. And in the theater, Kai had either kissed Billy or they were holding hands or something, and Sarah got annoyed or upset. She was actually to the point of crying when we got to the drinking fountains outside the movie theater. I think we all went to the bathroom, and then we met at the drinking fountains, and I stopped Sarah and I said to Sarah, "Hey, listen, I want you to understand something." Because...
So you're going to talk about how you were abusive mentally to her and, calling her names and saying things like Dad Booty Doe or the joke that you kicked her out for? Or hopefully you'll get to that.
I had already figured out, or otherwise talked to her or something like that, that she was upset for that reason regarding Kai being too close to Billy in her opinion, even though they were dating. Like, Billy was dating Kai. And Sarah was just a friend. So Sarah was really upset. And I said to Sarah, I said, "Listen, you're not in this, okay? You're not in a relationship. You're just a person who's like a friend, and we care about you, or at least Kai does." I made those jokes a lot. Kai cares about you. Oh, I hate you. No, it's just a...
You're a dick.
Joke. At least in that regard, because you're not trying to like destroy someone or anything. You're just saying, "Oh, don't like you." But
Yeah, right. You told her that you didn't like her all the fucking time, and then by the time she was 18. Yeah, we know what you did.
I didn't want her to feel terrible, but I also wanted her to know that it's not appropriate for her to get upset around Billy and Kai, because Billy and Kai were dating, and Sarah was this person who was just there because we didn't want her to be abused by her mom, as Sarah communicated that she might be. Sarah had an understanding. I think she herself publicly acknowledged that I said, there's four of us. We all have a seat at the table, but you're different. You're not part of this. You're over here. We are this. You are there. I was trying to get through to her that we are not interested in a relationship with her at all. And she seemed to understand. That's what's weird. But we went on to go through everything with Billy, and Sarah was there through it all. And then, whenever Billy and Kai would have a falling out, Sarah would trash Billy. She would just say horrible things about Billy. She'd say mean things about Billy.
I would highly doubt that. I think she said something that she did at first, but then she apologized to her later. But they're all friends now, so it's all thanks to you, dickhead.
Billy's stupid. Billy is a B-I-T-C-H. She would just say all these things, and maybe she was trying to be a good friend to Kai, or maybe there were other thoughts that she had in her head. I don't know. But she did that till the very end.
You seem to be just, I don't know about all this. I was never told any of this. I was never this. I never knew. I never knew. Yeah, right. You probably did know.
Always trashed Billy and Iola. She hated Iola. She told us that Iola had tried to sleep with her. That's how much she hated Iola, Sarah did. And she also, I think, trashed Regina, too.
I don't
And,
know.
Iola was only ever, not even a friend. Iola was just Billy's friend, who Billy insisted on bringing, to hang out and make videos with. If you go back, you'll see Iola trying to be part of this whole fame spectrum as her ex-boyfriend was social repose. Anyway, so Sarah went on to turn 18. But in between that, there was only one real significant incident that I can think of. Well, there's two, actually. There was one incident of Sarah making a gremlin face because Sarah was holding a baby, and I think I had a disagreement with Sarah, something about something trivial, and I said, Sarah, give me the baby. And she's like, no! And I was like, oh my god. It was just like snap. Just completely right in front of my eyes.
Why do you always insist on making everybody out to be a fucking villain when you're the fucking villain here? Why? Why do you insist this shit?
Horrifying. Where she was like, I didn't.
You're horrifying.
I didn't do that right. I'll try to reenact it the proper way. So I'm like, Sarah, give me the baby, and she's like, no! It was horrifying. It was it was like a venomous beast, and she apologized for it, holding a baby while snarling and viciously, and I was just like, oh my god. But no, I would.
You're just mentally fucking exhausting. I can see why nobody wants to be around you.
The other incident was where I had a box or something. I don't know what I had. I had an object of something, and I think it was groceries or something. I was walking upstairs, and Sarah was sitting on a yoga ball. And she had not a yoga ball, maybe it was a beanbag, something like that, something to prop her butt up in the air.
You don't even know what the hell you're even talking about anymore, do you? It just sounds like you're just making shit up here all the fucking time.
And I walked by and I said, that booty though, you're showing off your butt, why is your butt up in the air? I think she was 17 at the time. But I made this comment, and I thought she knew it was a joke. I'm a comedian. I mean, I've made thousands.
You're not a comedian. You're a terrible one if you are.
Of comedy videos. I'm an attempted comedian at least.
That was an inappropriate comment you made to someone who was 17. Asshole. Jesus Christ.
So she apparently harbored this frustration for a while. So she was either 16 or 17 when this was said, me making fun of her yoga pants and her butt sticking in the air. And there was, later on, she revealed to me that there was something that was bothering her. And I was like, well, I don't want you to be bothered, in a certain sense. I would call her the C word, I call her the B word, I call her dumbass and stuff like that all the time. But I didn't want her to be bothered in a way that she felt uncomfortable.
So you mentally fucked with her, and we're calling her names, and now you're admitting this, actually. You admit to calling her names. You admit to sexually harassing her when she was 17. You're admitting this. He's literally admitting this. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god.
Comfortable being physically around me. So I wanted to know why she was physically uncomfortable, or however she was uncomfortable. I'm not sure specifically.
She was physically uncomfortable around you because you were making inappropriate comments to someone who was underage. 16 and 17 years old, you are not allowed, you should not be talking to someone like that. God, are you mentally stunted at 15?
Specifically what, but she said that I had said something that made her feel like very uncomfortable, and I was like, okay.
It's this context that you said it as you were walking by. That is the most ridiculous comment that you can say to someone who is 17 or 16 years old, and you shouldn't be making comments like that, you fucking dunce.
Okay, what was it? And she wouldn't tell me, and so I kept saying, no, I need to know, because there's this whole #MeToo thing, and I don't want to make a woman feel uncomfortable.
You make every person feel uncomfortable, not just women either.
Or even someone of your age who isn't quite a woman yet. And she said that, I think it was in Walmart when we were buying someone alcohol. It was a 27-year-old that we were buying alcohol. I was buying alcohol. Sarah wasn't, obviously. But I was buying alcohol for a 27-year-old. Anyway, so, because I don't drink. And neither did Sarah. Anyway, so she finally confessed in front of myself and this other person.
You know, kombucha is alcohol, right, bitch?
Person that it was this comment about that booty dough, and I freaked out because I was like, how could you misconstrue what I meant? I wasn't like that booty.
Yeah, you were doing that.
Dough, like that's a totally different thing. It's like that booty dough, like, you know, kind of condescending, and like, what are you doing? Why is your butt in the air? But she took it the wrong way, and so I freaked.
No, she took it the appropriate way by being uncomfortable with it. You're literally admitting to sexually harassing her. You're a fucking moron, dude.
Out because I didn't want to be #MeToo'd over a comment. I don't want to be #MeToo'd over any reason, but a comment like that was just like innocent, making fun of her.
That's not innocent, even if it's making fun of her. You shouldn't even be making fun of her to begin with, asshole.
But as usual, because, you know, I used to call her Drew Carey, I used to call her Meg Griffin, I used to do everything that's undesirable, I used to call her.
Because you were being a dick. Because you are a dick. And we know you are. Jesus Christ.
Because I just didn't want her to think that I ever, any of that. Because
that's not how that works. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. I'm gonna be physically sick if I have to listen to the rest of this shit.
She wasn't of age, and I didn't want anyone who...
That doesn't mean any... Oh, because she wasn't of age, so you could call her every name in the book anyway. You shouldn't even be calling you shouldn't even be calling a 16 or 17-year-old any names. Asshole. Cunt.
Wasn't of age to have any interest in me. I had my...
So you decided to instigate and say that you basically were verbally abusive to her, so you didn't want her to be interested in you? What kind of fucking sense does that make?
Spouse, my husband, I had lied about his age when I first met him, and it was like 3 months or 6 months or something like that off.
It doesn't matter. Your spouse was 17 years old. And a half doesn't matter.
He was actually 17 and a half, not just about to turn 18 like he's...
17 and a half doesn't fucking matter. It's still a minor, dick.
Said. So I was very sensitive to age, even with Sarah, and with Kai too. I was sensitive to age, but I had already fallen for Kai when he finally told me what his age was.
Bullshit. Now you're trying to say Kai lied about their age? Yeah, right. You knew.
Was. At least that's how I very clearly remember it.
Because you're a lying psychopath. Or as Chris Hansen calls you, the psycho brat.
Anyway, so I freaked out at Sarah and I said, I don't want to be like, I don't want to go through this. You got to get out of here. And I told Sarah that she had to leave the house.
So you got mad at her and told her to leave the house because she was uncomfortable with a joke that you claimed that you made on her. This video is the reason, she's the reason that you got on this list. You're on this list for this reason. You're on Chris Hansen's radar because of this. Do you not understand that, Greggy Poo? Do you not get this? Jesus Christ, fucking Jesus Christ. I can't.
Sarah has a total mental breakdown in front of this other person who I bought alcohol for, who's like 27 years old. And
did you have to repeat that they were 27? That they were 27? That they were 27? They probably weren't 27.
According to that person, Sarah says that she's always been in love with me and that she just wants me to have her in the house and that she's going to end her own life. So, if you haven't connected, Sarah has medication. She told me that she has been diagnosed with BPD, and that may have contributed to her I'm going to end my own life episode, where she was like, I'm in love with Greg, at the time my name was, and I just don't want him to hate me. Does Greg hate me?
Your name is still Greg, by the way. I don't care that you legally changed it in the court of law. You're still Greg to everybody else.
Please don't. And I was so mad at her at the time because I was like, you're going to take my life and you're going to ruin it over some stupid comment that was a joke.
It doesn't matter. You were a piece of shit to her the entire time she was there. So yeah, I can understand what she was going through on that. You don't do that to somebody and then turn around when they turn 18 and just a few weeks after have sex with them while your young child was in the fucking room.
And I was really frustrated and freaked out by that, and I just had to have her out of my house for that reason. But yeah, so then we flew her, or did we fly her? I don't know. But she flew away. She was gone then. And then we didn't talk to her for a while after that because I was pretty upset with her.
I'm pretty upset with you.
I guess I was upset with the situation. I don't think I was upset so much with her, just like I wanted people to come to me if they were uncomfortable, and she didn't. She didn't say anything until it was a whole thing where she was just like, she was strongly implying it was something awful, and I felt awful thinking that I had made her feel that way.
But you did, you idiot.
So, I just wanted to be away from her, and
because you're a fucking pussy. Sorry, I'm yelling.
Have nothing to do with her because she was freaking out about a comment that was a joke. And I was like, if you're going to freak out about a comment that's a joke, I just can't trust you around me because...
That makes no fucking sense. You shouldn't even be saying these jokes anyway. People get fired from their jobs when they make a joke like that towards a minor, or even an adult for that matter. So, by the way, your job as a YouTuber, you should be taking more credibility and more responsibility on yourself and make yourself more a little bit better when you're talking to people who you have in your house. You don't be a fucking asshole by telling them, oh, well, you're a cunt, or you're a bitch, or you're this, and then go, oh, that booty, though, whenever you walk right by them when they're sitting on something that you shouldn't even be fucking commenting on when they're 16 to 17 years old, you piece of shit.
You could misunderstand anything I say and turn it into something crazy, and guess what? Even though the legal...
So you're the victim in this and not her, because she went crazy over a comment that you made that was clearly a joke. Apparently it wasn't clearly a joke to her when you claimed that, when you made that statement. You fucking shitlord.
Legal age there of consent was like 16 or something like that.
It doesn't matter what your legal age consent is. You're 34 years old, you're in your 30s. You shouldn't even be going after someone who's 16 to 17 years old anyways. You're already fucking married to someone who was 17 years old when you first got married. So fuck you. Fuck you with a freaking rusty spatula.
I still didn't feel comfortable around this person because I don't even want them to think that I want that. Yeah, but this story continues in the next part. The other person who was there said that I should never let Sarah in my life They told myself and Kai that they said that
Stop blaming other people for your bullshit.
Sarah was unstable and a danger to us.
Oh, that it was Sarah's fault because of this. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Didn't you just admit that you sexually harassed her? And then, oh, it's Sarah's fault now. Go fuck yourself, Greg. Seriously, go fuck yourself.
And that same person, as I'm told Sarah to also stay out of her life, and that she was better off not being in her life. So this person that we were talking to, both of us, who was basically keeping Sarah from swallowing pills because allegedly she attempted to do that.
No, you keep people from taking their medication, which apparently you are afraid of for some fucking reason. You're afraid of people with BPD. You're afraid of bipolar disorder. You're afraid of lawyers already, it seems. You just seem to have this constant fear of everybody around you. But for some reason, you can't seem to figure out that you're the one who's at fault for this. You won't even apologize for it, you fucking dunce.
In the guest house that we had her in, she was in a totally separate building, living there because we wanted her to be her own independent person. She was going to school, she had her own job. We just basically wanted her to be over there and us to be over here. And that wasn't good enough because things started getting mental. Even
because you caused it.
Though we were all just friends. So anyway, on to the next part of the story.
I have another bullshit video to get through, guys, so bear with me while I get this video down. And it's called Oh My. So we will check what he has to say here. I'm sorry, that last video was just basically him admitting to sexually harassing Sarah. He just admitted it in that video.
Okay, so as I recall, there weren't much happenings in between that last video time and Sarah becoming...
Stop touching your hair. Jesus Christ.
Grown up, an adult, legally able to join the military and die for the country.
Shut your fucking trap.
Or legally able to be charged as an adult, you know, automatically, because you are an adult. So Sarah turned 18 and nothing happened. Nobody was feeling any weird tension or anything like that. At least myself and Kai weren't. It was pretty chill, actually. I think around December or November or something like that, Sarah started indicating that she would be interested in being with Kai. The problem was that Kai didn't want to be with Sarah. And the reason Kai didn't want to be with Sarah is because Kai felt it was weird. Go figure. Kai felt it was weird. That and Kai wasn't really into Sarah. He just didn't have those feelings. They had sent memes to each other in the past and joked about dorky things that friends joke about, but...
Oh, and the fact that you're not going to talk about that Kai sent her nudes, are you? Sent a minor nudes. You're not going to even talk about any of that, are you?
But there was never any, to the absolute best of my knowledge, because I don't monitor people's stuff.
Like you've said already.
I think, yeah, the only time I think I monitored anything was walking in on Shiloh talking about how she wanted to do illegal drugs. So I don't remember trying to think if I monitored anyone. Like I said, I know Kai monitored stuff that I wrote. But yeah, that's it. So, off Kai's...
It's never your fault. We get it, Greg.
Word. I just don't foresee any interest in Kai as far as the whole Sarah dynamic went. Even at 18, still there wasn't interest. So we're all kind of chill, but Sarah's kind of pushing for some kind of thing with Kai specifically. The way it would generally...
So you're gonna blame Sarah. You're gonna blame Sarah and Kai. Okay.
Work is Sarah would talk about, you know, maybe dating Kai or kissing Kai or something like that. And I would always say, like, well, that's not something that I have control over, Sarah. Kai's a different person than me. So Sarah kept pushing and pushing and pushing about her interest in Kai. It was very strong, which is weird because she had previously, according to another person, said that she was in love with me during the whole suicide episode rant thing that she went through. But I don't know who to trust, and I don't know who told the truth. I think Sarah said that never happened. So maybe Sarah's telling the truth about the suicide thing. I don't know, maybe she never even tried to end it all. When we had a conversation with Sarah about...
So it's everybody's fault except yours. That's basically your whole issue.
This other person, Sarah called that person a liar and said that person was not telling the truth. So it's really hard. You know, it's just like back with Shiloh. You just don't know what to believe. Anyway, so aside from calling that...
Quit touching your face over and over again because it looks like you're fucking lying to me.
Other person a liar for saying that she tried to end her own life or whatever with the pills and all that. I think it was around December or November when she actually like really pushed hard to try and kiss Kai, and then Kai was like not into it. Really, Kai actually came to me and said that he was really grossed out.
Bullshit.
By the idea. And maybe part of the problem was that Kai was still in love with Billy, and Kai is probably still to this day in love with Billy. But it's safe to say that Sarah and the interactions that Sarah went through with Kai has made Kai as gay as humanly possible. Kai is a trans guy and is only into men. When Kai was dating Billy, Kai identified as a girl, but even now doesn't even like the idea of dating a girl, just because of the fact that there's so much trauma for Kai, and going through people trying to steal one of us away from each other. It's always, you know, females so far. We haven't tried anything with dating a guy or something. But no, so Sarah pushed to get with Kai, and Kai wasn't having it. So
it was all Sarah's fault, huh? It was all Sarah's fault. Everybody else is the villain, and you're the victim.
Sarah texted me saying that she knew Kai was never into her, never, and that it was a hopeless journey or attempt that she made in November, December when she was like 18 and a half. And she also made a video.
You keep emphasizing and a half. That doesn't... Just stop, Greg. Please stop.
Because Billy's friend, Ayala, came out accusing Kai and I of being groomers.
You are. So,
when this happened, I said, you know, Sarah, I texted her and I said, hey, can you say some nice things about... Actually, I don't think I said nice things. I think I said, can you just tell the truth? Yeah, I think that was posted. I think Sarah posted that I said, just be honest. I don't think I said, say good.
You had an entire script written for her to say, and she didn't want to say it. This is about the time when she's posting the script, and you posted the script for her to say it. She didn't want to.
Good things. I think it was just be honest. So I was like, whatever the truth is, Sarah, just say that, but Kai's being attacked right now, and I know that you know what really happened, because nothing had happened between Kai and Sarah or myself and Sarah, but we were being accused of that. So Sarah decided to make a video, as per my request, saying, hey, can you make a video about Kai, all the way over in Michigan. So
a video in your eyes means that they're telling the truth about it. That makes no sense.
He was thousands of miles away from me, and Kai, and everyone. Thousands of miles away. So she makes this video, and it completely exonerates Kai in the sense that, if I know what exonerates means.
No, it doesn't.
But it just completely, like, Sarah just came up with her own words and everything and said something like, Kai has never done anything inappropriate.
You forced her to make that video, asshole. That's under duress.
With Sarah. Later on, after we had a falling out, Sarah decided to say that was not real. And she did these bloopers, I guess they're called. But the problem is that I keep getting told, I've never seen the bloopers, but I keep getting told that
You have seen them, you know it.
her beanie was moved from the video, and she was filming on a different camera, like different resolution, different quality, or something like that, and in a different room. So that seems weird, that she would change her story like that. And again, this is Sarah making fun of Ayala, making fun of Billy, calling them both horrible people for
It was your fault.
backstabbing Kai and so forth. Sarah saying she would never do that to Kai. And
That didn't happen. We've all seen the videos. We know what happened.
these people are awful and just seeking clout and liars. And Sarah called them a number of things. And so after Sarah did this, after Sarah said, Kai would never do anything inappropriate about me, I went to Kai and was like, see, she's loyal. Like, she's a really cool, kind, considerate person, and she's not afraid to tell people what the truth is. And I started campaigning for Sarah in the sense that I started saying, hey, we've always been trying to find someone for you to, have as your best friend, but I've also been looking for a polyamorous configuration. And so I was talking to Kai, and I was like, well, she's an adult, she can make her own decision, and she's clearly maybe the one honest person that you've met, the one person who actually cares about you, the one person who this may work out with, because we had such a struggle with Billy and things not working out because we felt like Billy would just toss one of us under the bus, if things didn't work out with Billy and Kai, then Billy would say, oh, you should be with me. And if it didn't work out between Billy and I, then Billy would go to Kai and say, oh, you should be with me. Always trying to seemingly steal one of us. I don't know what was going on there, but Kai indicated to me that that's what was happening with Billy when we had a falling out, a double agent or something. But no, Sarah was trying.
Why are you smiling and laughing in these videos? We know when people smile and laugh while they're talking like that, it's generally a lie. Man, this lie counter is just going through the roof.
So hard to be with Kai, and I felt bad for Sarah because she was trying so hard and she was so heartbroken over Kai, apparently, that I felt like campaigning for her because it was, in my view, I don't care about taboo. We were never guardians of her or anything like that, and I just felt like she really loved Kai. And if polyamory was something Kai wanted, and it was something I wanted, I didn't see why we should discriminate against somebody who was a literal adult, and not just brand new adult, but 18 and a half.
18 and a half is still a brand new adult, asshole. And it was 4 weeks after she turned 18. But you're not going to go there.
So I did campaign, and I think that Kai kind of a little bit got there at one point where Kai was like, okay, maybe this could be a thing because Sarah really loves me, Sarah really cares about me, and Sarah's an adult, so I just don't see the problem. I think Kai may have been there at one point, but that fell apart pretty quickly. And so Kai was right back to not wanting to be with Sarah, yet I was still believing in her. So it was a complex situation to be in because you had
This isn't a complex situation, dude. It's not.
This girl whose heart is apparently getting broken again and again because she wants to be with Kai so badly. Anyway, skip ahead a little bit. She finally musters up the strength to go upstairs, corner Kai in the bathroom essentially, and just plant one on Kai. Sarah just went.
I doubt this. I highly doubt this.
This is as it was described to me because I wasn't there, but apparently Sarah walked up to Kai and then just grabbed Kai's face and went, and then went like this, and then went, fuck! Weird, right? Well, it freaked Kai out.
If Kai was actually the one who did this, why are you speaking for Kai? Because to me, it sounds like you're making shit up and you're trying to put a situation to where, oh, we should all feel bad for Kai, but fuck you. I'm not gonna feel bad for Kai. Fuck Kai. and not in the biblical sense. I mean in the literal, in the middle. You know what I'm trying to say. Fuck it.
So things went. Yeah, so things didn't work out there. That last part, I'm not sure when that happened. It might have been
You're not sure when it happened because it's a lie.
December or November, before she actually went home and said, I knew Kai never wanted to be with me. Because that kiss initially with Kai was so weird that it made Kai panicky and freaked out and grossed out and all that. But no, I did campaign for Sarah after the incident with her making a video saying Kai had never done anything inappropriate. And I believed in her. And I thought that she was honest. And I thought that she wouldn't ever do what other people were trying to do to Kai, which is demonize Kai, make Kai look like a weirdo and stuff.
Kai is a weirdo, and so are you.
But no, Kai cooled down pretty quick and was back to square one where he didn't want to be with Sarah. And the kiss, where Sarah planted a kiss on Kai, really freaked him out to that point. And then in January, Kai still wasn't. No, I was willing to give Sarah a chance, but Kai was not so much on board. More about that after this.
Just stop, Greg. You're making me sick. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for sticking with me throughout these, and it's just been one long struggle to go through them. And thank you for, sticking. Like I said, I'm gonna try through. That first video of his was just basically him admitting to just being a creep, and we all know. At least now we know he admitted to it. So I will catch you guys later, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, y'all.